here's the situation. Charter schools, which were started in 1990 by white parents in the Midwest to build schools that appeared to be private but were still public in nature so they can separate their children from yours. When black people started opening up charter schools, that caused a problem because they were not supposed to be for you. But before white supremacy said, let's stop the black folks from opening up charters, someone at the table said, wait a minute, let them open up the charter school, because for every charter school that gets open, 2 public schools shut down. So if you've been paying attention, they've been giving out charters all across America. Charters like water, charters all day. And folks are saying, why so many charter schools? Because let me give you an example. Let's say Dr. Umar Johnson relocates to New York City. Let's say Dr. Umar came to New York to open up 3 charter schools. 3 500-boy charter schools. Now you think that looks like a good thing. Dr. Umar's here, my son is going to learn. You're right. Your son is going to learn. Right. But I only have seats for 1,500. Stay with me. Right. When I open up charter school number 1, those 500 boys have to come from the surrounding neighborhood schools. So you have a school in Brooklyn that was built for 800 students. Dr. Umar took 500 from you. There's only 300 left. Now the mayor and the governor come in and say this school was built for 800. There's only 300 in here. We cannot justify keeping it open because we're spending too much money to educate 300 children. Shut it down. And then I open up charter school number 2 in Queens. But I take 300 students from one Queens elementary school and 300 students from another Queens elementary school. So guess what happens in a couple of months? They shut both of the public schools that I liquidated down. And then the 3rd school is in Harlem. 500 students. So guess what they do? They say, well, Dr. Umar took 200 from this school, and 200 from this school, and 100 from this school. So what we're going to do is redistribute the remaining students to other schools, shut these 3 schools down, sell them to white developers so they can raise the property value up and kick grandma out of her house. The public school shutdown movement is a part of the white gentrification movement. Are y'all following me? They are hand in hand, one and the same. But we're not done yet. So they brought Dr. Umar to New York to open up 3 charter schools, which shut down 3 to 6 public schools. But they're not done with me yet. Because after they use me to shut down the public schools in 3 to 5 years, guess what they're going to do to me? Shut me down. I'm going to get a letter in the mail from the State Secretary of Education saying, Dr. Umar Johnson, we gave you a charter 3 to 5 years ago. And we've been looking at your students' test scores. And most of your kids are still below basic. Now, where they are today compared to where they were when I got them, it's nothing short of miraculous. But they're not going to give you that part. Oh, y'all following me? They're going to say you got 1 year, corrective action, no child left behind. You got 1 year to get those test scores up. And if the test scores are not up, we're going to take your charter. So they used Dr. Umar to come to New York to shut down 3 to 6 public schools by giving me 3 charters, and then 5 years later they turned the gun on me and shut me the hell down. We got to understand something, that the only education for African children is an independent education. We must fund it and we must run it. You cannot use the money from the state government or the federal government or the local government to properly educate black boys.